Are we here?
Oh, we're here. Oh, we're here.
Welcome to the stream, everyone. Can I just get a quick confirmation that you can hear both myself and my esteemed colleague, Jamie?
Oh, shucks. Thank you very much. How are we all? How are we all?
Oh, it's been. I'm still on holiday. It's awesome. Got another few days off, yeah.
It's all right for some, isn't it? I must admit, that is a great screenshot. Isn't it?
There's some really good screenshots. So they're always good screenshots.
Yeah.
Always good screenshots.
For anyone who wants to enter, we will be restarting it on Friday.
There you go. You heard it here. You heard it here first, folks.
Yep.
Right, today we have a couple of scenarios. We haven't actually done a proper quotes stream for this route, the Baltimore-Washington line, Washington-Baltimore line, whichever way you want to, whichever is your preference. So tonight's Workshop Wednesday, we're running a workshop scenario on the Washington-Baltimore line, and I'm a little hyped because it's my first time I've actually had a chance to look at it. And then after that, Mr. Todd Burke has supplied us with a scenario featuring the large prairie from Victory Works.
Yeah.
So, oh no, I bet there's no sound. There's no sound. Well, that's the end of. Let me just switch that over to Anytime Yellow. Oh no, that's the wrong one. That's why. It's that one I need to switch over to.
No, you got that
that's
completely
not
wrong.
what I
That's
want to
showing
switch
all
to.
the chat.
Boom.
No, that's just a black screen.
Boom. There you go.
There we go. There we go.
Right.
It's there.
You know what? I've never had my stuff together since day one. There's no reason to believe that this year would be any different.
Everybody's just like, hey!
I love you all so much.
Yeah. Yes, we've got a bit of Great Western Glory. Yes. Yeah.
God's Wonderful Railway.
Mm-hmm.
You got to say that just to stir some people up.
Well, it was a series, wasn't it? Godfather's Railway. It was a TV series, wasn't it?
Right, I'm firing the game back up again now.
Here we go.
We may actually have audio this time.
Yeah.
I made the heinous decision to plug headphones into my PC.
Ah.
Not these ones, because these aren't on my PC. These are on the streaming PC.
Right.
So I'm pointing at my headphones like anyone can see what I'm doing.
Yeah, no, they can't.
Well, you know what? We wouldn't like to change, anything too serious. We want everyone to sort of come back to streams and go, there we are. There we are.
There we are. There's a normal stream. There we go.
Now I feel at home.
Yeah. We thought we'd start off the new year with a bang, didn't we? Fail of the year.
It's nearly there. Game is loading. Almost loaded.
Yeah.
I somewhat feel I should delete and reinstall my game at some point to speed it up. I did just reboot my machine before the stream though, so that shouldn't be a problem.
Right.
You couldn't hear the bang, the sound's not working. Top marks to you, Sonic Scott. I want to know whether there's a degree of irony that Sonic Scott comments on the bang problem.
Oh dear.
Right. Life is a Pleb is going to take a nap. You do that.
Yeah, you take that. Yeah.
We'll give you a shout when the game's loaded.
We'll be saying, "Life is a Pleb. Hey, where are you?"
I clicked on a menu. Oh no.
Oh no.
So we're doing the Washington-Baltimore route first, and we are doing the Riviera in the 50s with the large prairie second.
Yeah.
Looking forward to both. I hope you are too. Ragnarok is the author of the first scenario.
Yeah. I have had to go with both. Oh, Moggy said, Jamie, please refrain from laughing at Matt's jokes. It only encourages him.
Stop logging up Moggy's jokes. It only encourages him. Two can play at that game, Mugster.
Yeah.
Okay, we're almost there. Game has actually loaded, and I'm in the menu system now, remembering what to look for. Oh, 2158. There it is.
Yeah.
And we have cameras.
And Custom Hitcher has gone, need to keep track of all the best starts of this new year. There, there we go. And the jokes have started in the first stream of the year. Look at that.
Come on, pun overload for the first stream of the year. Nothing else is happening, so...
Yeah, that is very, very true.
Someone left me in charge. Oh dear. So what has everyone got up to over their breaks? I think most people are back at work now. I think a lot of the office is back in now. I'm just, the company layabout who decided to have an extra week off.
Yeah.
Oi, don't agree. As for me, I've been playing games. Duh. Been playing SnowRunner today, actually. So much fun. Right, anyway, Acela Express 2158, Washington, D.C. to Boston. You're in charge of Acela Express 2158 from Washington to New York City. You will depart at 9 a.m. Next stops are BWI Marshall Airport and Baltimore Penn Station. Open the doors, prepare the cab, and wait a signal from the conductor. Doors, put it in forward.
Something I didn't know how to do. I didn't even know you could touch those screens.
These are touch screens in reality, but there's only limited functionality actually implemented on here. Half timer, cruise control. Because you can even turn the screens off, look.
Yeah, I noticed that button because I pressed it and I went, oh, it's turned off. Should I have done that? So I pressed it back on again.
Cool. Isolate. What else do I need? That's forward. The keys are for that. We'll go with what is the speed limit here? 15. Let's put it at sort of there. That'll do.
There we go. Yeah.
Wipers, cooler, displays, destination displays on. Oh, we're actually going to Philadelphia, aren't we? This is the Philadelphia train? Is that what it said?
Yeah.
No, Washington to New York City.
Ah.
Hamilton, Princeton, Jersey Ave, New Brunswick.
We'll get there.
Metro Park, Railway, we're getting there. Linden, Elizabeth, North Elizabeth, Newark Liberty, Newark Penn, Harrison, Secaucus, New York City.
There we go.
And I want ground lights fixed on, headlights on. It's giving me red lights. Maybe I don't want those. No.
Oh, I think it has to be there, and then, yeah. Oh no, straight above, sorry, straight above. So, nearly there.
It's only got two. Oh, there you go.
Oh, there you go.
Hey, we found the right
There
thing.
we go.
Competence. Competence will be with us. Fixed lights, that's it. I've got those ones on. Right. Oh, what we got coming in over there? Is that a New Jersey train over there? AC64. Ah, that's the What would it be down here? Mark?
Sure.
Right. No, Mark. Yeah, Mark is Maryland, which would be down here, yeah. Right, okay. Release the brakes, apply some goes.
There we go, and we're off.
Yep, we've got white lights. We're good.
Lovely. Custom Insurance has asked for the horn. There we go. I like the sparks you get off it, it's great.
Mm. One of the things that I always found really interesting about the Acela is that while the coaches tilt, the locos don't.
Oh, that's clever.
So when you actually look up close as we go around corners and things, you'll see the coach is actually tilting, but the power cars don't.
Oh, that's different.
Is there a bell on the Acelas?
Yeah, there is. Yeah, there is.
There you go. Bell. I don't suppose you can remember the keys to operate the cruise control, can you?
I didn't use the keys. Just sort of left it in the spare. I just put it to the speed and I just left it there.
Right, let's go. Yeah, this is the Northeast Corridor Washington DC add-on, as Huey says. What's really interesting about this add-on is it runs from so if you think about the entirety of the Northeast Corridor, this is the bottom end of the Northeast Corridor. Alt F4, thank you, Damien. Appreciate that.
Must admit, I did notice it's got some good acceleration on it.
Yeah, we've got 2 power cars. Albeit the coaches weigh a ton. Or 2. This is the same chain on the New York New Haven. New York New Haven came with the ACS 64, but Acelas do run there. The Acela runs all the way up to Boston, so the Northeast Corridor is Washington via Baltimore, Philadelphia, Trenton, Newark, New York, New Haven, New London, Providence, Boston, something like that, I think.
Wow. Quite a long trip then, if you want to do
500 miles. 500 miles
Wow.
for the whole thing. This route is only obviously till Baltimore, which is kind of the first bit. So the first bit up to there. Oh, London's just north of here, Damien.
Yeah, I think yes, Jay, yeah, I should have a new potato, a new potato on order soon, hopefully. We will keep you updated.
Oh,
I see the tilting now.
Get 125 going on in a minute.
Yeah.
That'll do ya.
Look at that.
Does the whole NEC take 15 hours to ride? I have no idea. Speed slow. Go and have a look for an Amtrak timetable. I doubt it. I mean, the trains do up to 150 miles an hour on the NEC.
Hey, do you know where they do 150 miles an hour?
I can't remember. I know it's changed from the last. It was only a relatively small section before, because actually New York to New Haven is the slowest section of the line. Yeah, I don't know where the. Hang on, I'm just trying to slow down. There we go. So I don't know where the fastest bit is. I'm sure someone on here does though.
They said on the Acela it takes about 7 hours. 7 to 8 hours.
It would be much better with a Gronk. Totally agree
Yeah.
with you. Customer satisfaction would be through the roof.
It take them a long while, but they get there safely.
Slow down to 110. Next station is BWA Airport in 23 miles. So we're slowed down to the 100 now.
Yeah. I forgot there was. I didn't know. I must admit, I did come flying. When I tried this, I did fly through there. Because I was like, oh, there's a 100-mile-an-hour speed limit. Oops. Go passenger view. Oh, there's the tilting.
There's the tilting. It's vaguely possible I should even have turned tilt off, but that's no fun. There are some sections where they have to turn the tilt off.
Oh, is there?
Yeah, because the clearance on the line isn't far enough.
Oh, there you go. Look at that.
Where did I get my rail driver, Captain Failure? I got my rail driver about, I don't know, 15 years ago. I've got 3 of them. I got one of them from the European distributor, one of them from the UK distributor, and I think one of them direct from Rail PI Engineering themselves.
Wow.
For taking out on the road as demonstration units.
Nice.
Back when we did the road shows. Yeah, 2 of mine are now with the QA team.
Going to do a line side shot. Lovely.
Well, I blew that.
Yeah.
Let's get a bit further ahead.
Yeah. There we go.
Still wanting clear and green.
Lovely. No custom issue, haven't got a new PC yet, hence why Matt is driving tonight. But we'll keep you updated when one is on the way.
It's the most exciting thing to happen in the train sim community, to be honest.
It is.
Jamie
it
getting
is.
a new PC, everyone's hyped about it.
thing is it everybody? Yeah, is it? I think everybody is excited to see us all. See me streaming and driving again.
Totally.
Yeah.
I don't want to look at me driving. Everyone's bored of me driving. Damien, yeah, I got an electric blanket as well. It's wonderful. And I got one of those smart switches. So what I do is I'm sitting down here tinkering around on my computer, and I think I'm going to be going to bed in about half an hour, pop up the phone, click the button, and that's it. Blanket is now turned on upstairs.
Wow.
Technology, eh?
Yeah.
2,000 years of evolution to not be able to not have to move.
I must admit, I got for Christmas I did get some Hornby. I got some Hornby locos, so I've got K1 and an L1. So, that is a question for everyone. What do people think about the new Hornby lineup for 2021? What do you think about their upcoming releases?
Yes, I'm having a detailed look at the new lineup, but it did make me wonder whether or not, as much the same as we might, there's a bunch of making stuff they've already got the reference for.
Yeah.
And so I wonder if I completely suspect they are trying to make the best of the situation. Not being able to go out and get the reference that you would like to. It's me driving Matthew Movie Maker films.
Yeah.
As you can tell because I'm speeding.
JP said, apart from the retooled 9F, I'm somewhat disappointed with the lineup. Yeah, well, the thing is, you've got to remember, as Matt has just said, they've had a difficult year to be able to go out to measure locomotives, etc. But I still think it's a good lineup. I'm certainly looking forward to the retooled P2.
I'm quite happy with the P2 we've already got. The only thing I do hope is they put more weight in it. Because the big problem with the more driving axles that you've got, this is a little bit of train physics for you all, the more driving axles that you've got, the more weight you need. Otherwise the link actually becomes less useful. Yeah, more driving axles means you can put more weight on it, which means you then have more pulling power, which is great. But if you do more driving axles but don't put more weight in it, you have less pulling power because you spread your a grip and your surface adhesion over a wider area on the track. And consequently, the P2 that's out at the moment couldn't pull the skin off rice pudding. It's hopeless. It's a beautiful loco, but it barely gets itself up the hills.
And the thing is, this is the thing with the A3s, because they've retooled the or partly retooled the A3s and the A1s to add more weight so it can pull more. So there we go.
Weight is the big thing. That if I had any single complaint about model railways, it's just that they're too light. And I have noticed that some of the newer ones, they've started actually producing the bodies in metal.
Yes.
Which will be giving them more weight, but then conversely making it more difficult for other things as well. So it's it's an interesting transition. But I think I hope they are actually getting to a point now where we can start getting more weight in the bodies.
Yeah, definitely.
I took I had an old Hornby Dean Goods, one of the Hornby Collectors Club collector editions, and I wanted to chip it. And the only way I could get the chip in was to pull the weight out of the nose, and that's where I could put it. Having done that, because it's a tender drive with the freewheeling loco, there's now not so little weight in the front. The wheels don't even go around anymore. There's not enough weight for as you push it along for the wheels to go round anymore.
Oh dear.
Right, we've got 80 limit coming up. Let's drop that down a little bit. What's everyone been doing in their respective simulators, though?
That is very true.
Model trains are good, but obviously virtual trains are different. I won't say better. Yeah.
You see, you nearly did. You nearly did.
No, I just like sailing close to the sun. Right, slowing down for this 80 limit. Has everyone who have all the console fans picked up the respective new generation of their console yet? Have you been able to get hold of one? I've got my Series X sitting over here. Oh, we're crossing out to the outside, right?
Yep. So they got a 110 limit now.
Says who? I'll get both at some point, Mega Sim, but I'm not that bothered at the minute. I haven't really used the Series X that much at the moment because I got into SnowRunner and I've got that on PC so that I can multiplayer it with some friends.
Yeah, I think the PS5. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how their stocking is going at the moment with everything, and how many people have managed to get one.
I think in general it's still relatively tough to put either of the consoles at the moment.
Yeah.
And you know the current global situation isn't going to be doing anything to make that easier.
No, definitely not.
Do I like TSW2 on Xbox Series X? Oh, it's awesome. I was going to say that regardless, though. You know that, yeah? But no, just truthfully, it does. It runs so beautifully. The frame rate just sits there pegged at 60 FPS the entire time. Because I don't run 4K, because I haven't got 4K set up here. I have no intentions of going 4K. So, you know, it's 1080p on an Xbox Series X. Means that the GPU is basically off on holiday finding other things to do with its time. We're going to stream SnowRunner on Fridays, don't know. I think everyone likes the Wreckfest on the Fridays, but I might find to make SnowRunner a weekend thing, maybe.
I've started to play Wreckfest.
Oh, good man, good man.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it, I must admit.
2.5 miles. I'm going to ease on the brakes a bit. I've got 90 limit coming up. I'll do more than ease on the brakes then.
There we go. Now at 90, there you go, look. You've got ages before you get to the 90 limit.
I always slow down. I either completely miss everything and go flying through 10 mile an hour limits at 110, or I'm doing 10 miles an hour in 110 limit. There's just there's no middle ground with the way I drive. 3 broken fingers, Chief Fan. That's not good.
Oh no.
Get well soon.
Yeah.
Does tab not work on the keyboard then, on the controller, on the consoles?
What's that? On the what?
If you use a keyboard on a console, I don't know whether tab works or not.
Ah, I'm not sure.
We're coming in early anyway, so there's no rush.
Yeah.
Tab does work. Oh, so you could use that for the doors at least then. Brakes might be a problem, but if you stick to the combined handled vehicles, then A and D will operate the throttle and the brakes. Nice bit of Long Island or 166 or...
Yeah.
Use the cursor keys, Cheaper. Use the cursor keys. You can live without the mouse. It would be better with it, but you can live without it.
Yeah.
BWI Airport.
You can actually see the airport as well. I did have a look to see where it was.
We will have a look in a moment.
Matthew Movie Maker Films has asked what train we're driving.
This is the Amtrak Acela Express.
Yeah. And Arctic, no, I'm gonna say your name wrong. Have either of you been on the route in real life? I haven't. Have you, Matt?
Nope. I have not been on the Northeast Corridor in real life. Where's this airport then?
There we are, behind you. There you go. There it is. There.
Oh, here. So it's a dirt strip.
There's you.
Oh,
there we
cool. Airlines.
Yeah.
Nice. Completely authentic. .5 miles to Baltimore Penn. By the way, it's called Baltimore Penn because it is Baltimore operated by the Pennsylvania Railroad, formerly. Hence, New York City Penn is these are the main stations operated by the Pennsy. They just haven't taken it away because that was part of the name of the station.
Right.
Even though the Pennsy doesn't actually run the railroad anymore.
I wonder why it was Penn at the end. I thought it was just like the county or whatever I can't remember what they call it. I thought it was just like it was in Pennsylvania, so
No, because where the route starts are in Maryland, not Pennsylvania.
No, that is very true.
Right, almost up to the speed limit.
Oh, Quiet Fox 09 has said again, it's good to see at least one of the class 483s is staying on the Isle of Wight and be running on the steam railway line on its own power.
Oh, that's good.
Okay.
When you say that, I mean, are they putting batteries on it or are they putting third rail on the steam line?
I'd imagine batteries, I would have thought. Yeah, 1938 stock finished on Sunday. I thought it was. I knew it was recent.
Is there a new roadmap? No, there isn't. Next roadmap stream is the 12th. Is that right?
I've now put down. I should have got this ready because I took off the rail fan.
You should have got this ready.
I should have got this ready.
Everybody,
yes,
judgments. We'll accept your judgments now.
It is the 12th. It is the 12th.
I'm just distracting them from my driving.
Oh, Chief Fanner says Jamie's still better. Ooh.
Fair enough, Tube Fan. I'm not going to argue with that.
Yes, Life is a Pleb. Yes, I've heard that. I've heard that rumor as well about possibly a 4A3 going to Epping and Ongar.
12th, yeah. I thought I remembered it being the 12th, and the 12th happens to be a Tuesday, so
Yeah.
my faulty memory and the fact of 12th being a Tuesday would seem to coincide with some degree of consistency, at least.
Yeah.
It's a fake mark train.
There we go.
Oh, hello. I knew that speed limit was coming up, and I'd just been gazing at the train. Don't gaze at the train. Trains are pretty. That's not what you're here for. You're here to drive the train and not break all of the speed limits. What class is this? This is an Amtrak Acela. So far as I'm aware, it doesn't have a class name.
Well, I can find it all out for you. So I've now got up the very useful, handy tool that everybody needs when you're finding research out. So they're built by Bombardier and Alstom, constructed between 1998 and 2001. They entered service in 2000. Number of built, there's 20 train sets, and there's still 20 in service. They have a formation of 8 cars, which is 2 power cars and 6 passenger cars. They have 304 people capacity, which is 44 first class and 260 business class. Operated by Amtrak. The train length is 665 feet, 8.75 inches.
Those 8.75 inches are important, folks.
Yeah, they are. Yeah. They have a maximum design speed of 165 miles an hour, but maximum speed as they normally run at is 150. And that's about it. There we go.
Access has put me on a 30.
Is it your controller vibrating?
No, that's the seller. Is it? Oh, it might be.
It is something vibrating.
Why did you not add access to the M7 and M3? I don't think access is even today working on the M7 and M3. It certainly was nowhere near working when we modelled it. Another Acela coming out.
Look at that.
I've always been a big fan of the Acelas. They're nice looking locos, trains.
Yeah. But more like units, really, aren't they?
Yeah. The Avelias have got to grow on me.
They're
I'm
the
not
new
quite,
ones, aren't
yeah, I'm not sold on the Avelias yet, but that's fine. They don't need to be sold on me, to be fair.
they? Well, there will be TGVs eventually, won't they? Because they're hopefully building new versions of TGVs with them, aren't they?
Yeah, the AGV, I think.
Yeah. Well, I know this is going to be double deckers, I know. Well, they're looking at the production, like the test images for them, anyway.
This is the fast bit, clearly.
Yes. Yeah. Yes, yes, that is very true, Moggy. Is the, what did you call them? The Acelas? Acelas?
This is an Acela, yeah.
Yeah, the new Acelas.
The
Are
Avelias.
they? Avelias. I'll get it right in a minute. Avelias. Are they Moggy approved? Are they Moggy approved?
Oh yeah, I'm supposed to be following the lower speed limit, aren't I? Yeah, 20 kph.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about that. I built the original version of this system, and even I don't know what I'm doing.
Moggy says they need to add cat flaps for my approval. But hang on, a Gronk hasn't got a cat flap.
It's got two very big cat flaps either side of the train at the back. You and I would call them doors, but he calls them cat flaps.
Okay, okay. So we're doing 20 miles an hour in the tunnel purely because the signals are telling us to do 20. As you can see with the in-cab signalling, because we're coming close to the station now anyway. Oh, James Baby 286. Japan is going to retire its double-decker Shinkansen in March. I didn't know that was going to happen.
Which series is the double decker?
Yeah, I'm not sure which series is the double-decker. Oh, they nicknamed the Max, apparently.
Double decker is an E4. Ah, okay.
Do they know what they're being replaced by? I haven't heard if they're building any new ones. I mean, it's something interesting that anybody's ever thought of this. If you live in the, well, actually you can check them out wherever you live. But if you go onto YouTube and have a look at Japanese railway webcams, there's loads of them, and it's really great because obviously now, well, obviously, you know, it's late. They're now sort of waking up in Japan, so you get to see all the rush hour. It was brilliant, great fun. And I'm sure there's Shinkansen ones as well. Series E7 will replace them. Ah.
Very good. That was Washington to Baltimore.
There we go. Go, coming in nice and steady.
And to a stop.
There we go. There we go, look at that.
Just take a step back.
There's the station, oh wow. There's yards and stuff up there. I didn't look at that.
What is that? I was probably late. I'm busy exploring now. Ah, dang it.
Nothing but oranges. It's nothing but oranges. There we go.
Where's my mouse gone, game?
Is your game having a bit of fun again?
It's having a thing.
It's having a thing.
Right, let me switch over to a different route.
There we go.
No, I might have to restart the game.
Oh dear.
For it has frozeth.
Oh. Oh, the tracks on one side of the station are the light rail trolleys tracks, apparently.
That makes sense.
Nick K has asked, am I correct in thinking the tilt is controlled by transponders at the side of the track? Now, I'm not sure about it. Is that true?
I can't remember. The transponders, I think, normally are used for turning like for tilt isolate. But in some cases, yes, they are. I don't know which system there's used on the Northeast Corridor. Whether it's dynamically responding to what the bogie the trucks are doing. Or whether it is literally it's being told now tilt to this angle, now tilt to this angle. Because the thing is, if you were going too slow for some reason, then you vary the tilt based on the speed.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
So I don't know. I must admit, in the game, it's based on the truck rotation.
Ah.
So we're going to have to wait another minute or two while the game restarts. Where is the big pink mouse? It's on my laptop. This isn't my laptop. My laptop is put away. I say I'm really lying. It's sat on the desk next to me, but it's not in front of me, which means that it's not being used as much because I'm on holiday. It was in the way of games being played.
Life of Pleb is asking, can I have another nap? Yes, you can.
You can. Of course you can. You are always welcome to have a nap.
Yeah.
You'll miss the stream, but that's okay with me.
The question is that a moggy nap?
Which British lines did DB run? So they used to own Arriva.
Arriva, yeah.
I don't know whether I don't think that is still the case.
Well, they do run DB Schenker, don't they? So there's freight.
Which is all over the country.
Yeah. Yeah. Laserjet has asked, what is your least favourite route in TSW2 and why? I'm least favourite.
I don't have a least favourite. They're all my
No.
favourite.
I don't think I have a least favourite.
It's a really odd question, to be honest, Laserjet. Not many people spend a lot of time worrying about what they dislike. They spend most of the time thinking about what they like. Because that's happy. Be happy.
Be happy.
Oh, yes, I found the scenario.
Lovely.
And we're back in the room.
We're back in the room.
You got you're running Bakerloo in the rain. Well, come inside.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, go in the tunnels, you'll be alright then.
Well, you were given a laptop. It wasn't so you could sit out in the rain playing train sim. Yes, DB runs a load of buses via Arriva as well, yes. You only sit outside playing Train Sim when you're doing the pump car for extra realism. I did have this wacky idea at one point that our lead sound engineer works is a volunteer fireman on the Kentney Sussex, and I did have this wacky idea that we should try and arrange a charity pump cart-a-thon.
Wow!
Get a bunch of the company down and do shifts, and see how far we can get a pump cart in a day.
There we go.
And get the community, and we stream the whole thing, and we get the community to do donations through the day, all for great causes. How's that? That was my idea. Everyone I've mentioned it to so far has just looked at me and said, "What?
What?
Are you had enough?" Right. Okay. Open the drains.
BR Black Early Crest.
Victory Works, Large Prairie. Beautiful machine.
I had to go with this as well. I did enjoy this, driving this so much. It's such a great loco.
Right, so where am I taking this beast?
So you just got to make sure yeah, there we go. And you've just got to go
forwards and couple back onto these. I'm coupling them to the back of my player, and I'm getting 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Which is these ones here, row 2.
JP has said it's nice, but it's no ginty.
In this is correct, it is not a ginty. Whether this is a good thing or a bad thing, I will leave entirely to you. However, I have not gone far enough forwards.
No.
Where are the fish fans and harbours? Well, the harbour's behind me.
Yeah.
And this may actually have been the loco that was the guilty party. Because it certainly wasn't me. It's entirely the machine's fault. As you know, a good workman always finds a way to blame his tools.
Blame his tools. Yep. Yeah, someone has. This is a good question. Someone has asked Speed Slayer 9758. Said, "What does steam smell like?" I've heard it has a smell. It does. It has a very unique smell, and I must admit, it's once you smelt it,
it's it really,
never,
isn't it?
You never forget it, do you? You know. Yeah, Huey's literally said it smells like steam. I don't know how else to describe it, Mole, but it's a good smell. It is a good smell.
It's the smell.
And there's nothing better than coming back off the footplate. You're completely covered in soot, and you smell like coal and oil and everything like that.
Just even turning up on the platform of a preserved railway with a steam engine sitting there, bubbling away, it's enough to make you just immediately say to yourself, "I am here."
Yeah, definitely. It's one of these things that it's the closest thing we've ever made or built that reenacts like a human. In other words, you have to, nurture it, look after it. Don't you? It's a man-made thing that we have to look after. It lives, it breathes. If you don't feed it, it complains at you.
The fire-breathing dragon. Shut up, boiler.
Yep. You got your injectors on full.
Right, go ahead to painting. Your train will be loaded at the platform. Brakes are off.
I must admit, I love the nicknames of all the names on the side of the parcels wagons. You actually see what names they're called as well. Quite fun and interesting.
Oh, monster.
There's a monster. And the other one's on the frame, so the smaller one. So you got, that's a siphon, and then the smaller one, that's another monster. The smaller one has a one under the frames. It's a python. They're running a monster python siphon. Monster.
We're automatics from here. Yes, we are.
Okay. Signalman taking control now.
Long as someone's in control. I mean, not in Castle Douglas.
So I will tell you a little bit of history about the large prairies. So these are this one in particular is the Great Western 5101 class, or the 5100s. They were built by, they were designed by Charles Collett in Swindon Works between 1929 and 1949. There was 140 produced. Their length is 41 foot and they weigh 78.45 tons. They have a water capacity of 9,100 litres, basically. They have a 20.35 square foot firebox, fire grate area, sorry. And I can't remember, I'm trying to find out. Oh, there's 8 preserved, 1 used for spares, and 1 has been rebuilt to freelance. It's been built to a, I think it's to a tender loader, isn't it? West Somerset.
I vaguely remember that, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, there we go, yeah. There you go, there's your history.
See, these are freight wagons, they're not passenger wagons. General purpose vehicles, essentially.
These are basically like your mail vans, parcel vans, you know, things like that. Huey, agree with you there, the N&W is a good railway, definitely.
Nice blue trains. The diesel's nice blue.
Well, Norfolk and Western blue diesels. Ah.
The
Yeah,
Norfolk
Matty,
part
yeah.
of Norfolk Southern.
Yes. You'll also see the people on the platform are waiting for you.
Yeah. Make them walk. Right, press G to load your train. While loading takes a few minutes, you can watch local freight service doing some shunting.
go over to the yard now, you'll see the panniers doing some shunting. There we go. Look at that. So where the pannier is now, I mean, this tells you how things have changed. So now this is Paignton is now the end of the line for the mainline services. Where the pannier is now is where the preserved railway is, and now that runs up to Kings Weir. Yes, that was the one, the Mogul. That was the one I was getting for you. Yeah, 9351, I think. Yeah, the Mogul. There's one of the prairies has been turned into. Here he comes again. He's now dropped off his toad.
Got the blower going, get the boiler pressure up a bit.
Yeah. Kingswear, that infamous fishy place, yes.
Favourite routes in TSW and TS? This is one of my favourite routes in TS. It's really nice for steam. Turn that off.
You can actually see in the firebox in this as well, which looks really, really good. Look at that.
This fire actually goes up and down depending on what the state of the fire is, so you can visually see if you're under ideal fire mass or not.
Oh, thank you, Nick. That's very thank you. Nick has said your knowledge of all things Steam is a credit to you, Jamie. Oh, thank you.
Like
there you go, look at that. You'll enjoy our savoury pies. Look at that advert. Brilliant. Enjoy our savoury pies.
Alright, all parcels are aboard, ready to depart. Trains are open. Instructions are finished. We have a green.
Go.
Lights are off. Next station is Torquay.
Quite some heavy gradients around here as well.
Do you know why they call this next station Torquay?
I don't know.
It's because it unlocks the one that follows it.
Oh dear. Yeah, JP, I definitely agree with that. We just need some bacon to put on the firebox. Yes, LaserJet, yes, about the Torbay Express in the English Riviera. I have seen the rail tours actually go through there, which is really good fun.
I was on one of the rail tours that came down here.
Were you?
Yeah, behind Braunton. Those of you that have got me on Facebook, my Facebook picture is me hanging out the cab of Braunton when we were on that tour.
Nice.
Yeah, we went from Bath down to Paignton, got on the steamboat, had a wander round the steamboat back, and then the steam train back up here.
Nice.
It was superb.
Do they have to have a bank at Braunton?
Normally they do have a banker coming up out from Paynton, but Braunton's apparently meaty enough that she doesn't need one. Except
I'm
that,
surprised.
except that on because normally Southerns are a bit slippy, probably because they're not
Yeah.
heavy enough. But in the but no, it was fine, and we got up to the top. But unfortunately, something went wrong with the coal they'd used.
Right.
And so by the time they struggled, they really struggled, and eventually they got it to the top, and they had to stop, break down all the clinker, get rid of it, refill the box with new coal, and then rebuild the boiler pressure back up again. By which time we were running about 15 late. Now, if you know a little bit about how much that money that means in cost-wise, that the rail tour operator is going to be due for, because I think it's like it's £1,000 a minute.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
And that's not 15 minutes worth of, that's for every train delayed by a minute on the entire network.
Yeah.
So you can imagine that number becomes crippling very quickly. So yes, once we'd got past, got down the hill, it was the race to Newton, is it? Something
Yes.
up there. It was basically a race to there to get back on schedule again, and it was a fun ride. Let's just leave it at that. Because we were in the carriage, and at the end of the carriage, right next to the tender.
Lovely. Best
So you-
place to be.
Oh, coming up the hill, you can hear that barking going up the hill. Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
That was
like
it.
when you get sitting in the front window behind a loco, nothing better. Just literally sitting in front of them barking away like nobody's business. It's nice that you can lean out the cab and drive at the same time. It's the nice thing about this.
Yeah, well, the Victuworks modelled all of the. So as I use the controls, you can see them animating. So they've modelled the interior and the exterior, so you can see your brake needle, which means you've really got everything you need to be able to drive from the head out and still see what's going on.
Yeah. And you got another station master heels waiting for you as well at the top end.
He's just checking his watch on me. Cheeky. I'll make him walk for a bit. Drains open. Never forget your drains open when you stop. Cut off full forward. Water going back in. Fire going back in. Right, we've loaded the 2 Python vans at Torquay Upsiding 2. Let's let us unload a few parcels here.
Press the T key.
Oh, right, let's see.
There we go. Now, if you have a look round to there's actually a hotel up near the station. Behind you, there it is, the big building. Not that one. It's that one on this, looking towards the seafront, that big building there. I've actually stayed in that hotel. It's a really nice hotel there.
Very nice. Right, what's next? Next we're up to... We're here, so I'm going to just pull forward and come back and put those 2 on the back, am I?
Yep.
Smash in!
Oh, Nick has asked, what do the drains do?
Drains, otherwise known affectionately as the cylinder cocks. It's these
Yep.
things down here. So what happens is while we're sat stationary, there is steam condensing in here, Now, steam is very squashy, it's very compressible. Water is the exact opposite. It is not squashable and compressible. And what happens is that as you build up water in here, and it's only drops, bits of water that builds up, you've got these cylinders banging backwards and forwards in here once we start moving. At a certain point, they'll bang in and they'll try and squash something that doesn't want to be squashed. And then what happens is you blow the ends off, and that's it, you're done. Steam engine is finished until it gets a big, expensive repair job done. So what you do is you open these, the cylinder cocks or drains, depending on whether you want to get banned by Twitch, I guess these days. And all the water is allowed to drip out. And if you run it for a few rotations, then it'll force any more water out the drains as well, push the water out there. But it's also less efficient while they're open like that, obviously, because steam is coming out of there. Hence, you can see plumes of steam as you put the power on. But then you close them. But you give it a few cycles before you close them. It's just to make sure there's no water in there. Right, so let's get out. We'll go on. Steam tray.
Can see. There we go.
Okay.
Now all loaded.
So you see all the steam coming out the front there.
Yeah. And the steam coming out in the middle is a safety valve.
Yeah.
So basically, your boiler pressure will go to a certain certain pressure, and the safety valve releases, so it doesn't, it doesn't go over the top and basically cause the boiler to explode. So each steam locomotive boiler has its own operational boiler pressure.
Right, we are cleared back into the correct siding.
Yeah. And you just got the shunter he's waiting for you as well, next to the wagons. Oh, Jer said, Matt knows about boiler motions, don't you, Matt?
Shh. It's never happened. It was always your chat's fault.
There we go.
Right, go ahead to tour. Well, that's a full forward. I'll put the drains back open again just in case. Water's coming up right. Release the brakes. Get some power on.
The great thing about Great Western Motor is you've got two-tone whistles on this as well. Custom Hitcher, that's one thing I wouldn't know. Custom Hitcher has asked, on average, how much does steam battery expand after release from the boiler? That's something I do not know.
I don't know the answer to that question.
No.
It's probably in the textbook somewhere though.
Yes. It will probably be in the BR engine.
In the black book.
Yeah. A book I need to read again. Meaning to read it.
Stop the water going in. Tour is the next. Did I get my desk sorted? There is a giant hole in my desk now. All ready for a laptop to go move further back and a keyboard to be fitted.
Oh, custom issue actually has the answer. It's 30,000 to 40,000 times its original. Walking Geek Pluggers asked me how's my evening. That's going very well. I'm enjoying it. Are you enjoying your evening, Matt?
I am indeed. I'm playing trains. What's not to like?
Okay.
Just to be
Exactly.
I always get fined for blowing off too much. So, this is just a day in the life of me.
Where's your little station master? He'll be around here somewhere. There he is. He's checking the time again. Look at that cheeky devil. They both are.
Ridiculous. Trains open. Oh, that platform. Okay. Oh, hello. That was.
Oh, hello.
Is that really what you wanted me to do?
No, not really.
It's triggered that.
Yeah. So I think there was supposed to be a message come up, so you might have to push back a bit.
Yeah, I'll push back a bit.
Oh, there we go. Now it's loading.
We has doors open now.
Yeah.
Put it back and forward so we don't forget anything embarrassing. Doors are now closed. King's Kerswell is next. Drains are open. Signal is off.
And we're off.
speed limit is still 35.
Yep. I think it goes up to 50 now. You can see where Matt is using cut off, bringing it further to increase your speed.
Well, I'm trying to also balance the steam generation and usage to try and stop the safeties going off all the time.
Yeah. Walking Gate, like I said, all that sounds beautiful. Yeah, they do. They got a good bark, man. Prairies. Question is, have you got the right head coat on?
Probably not. No, it's Matt's special head code. 1.9. We haven't made it to the 50 yet. So are these things fitted? I don't see a pipe there. Oh no, there is a pipe there, so they probably are fitted.
They would be fitted, yeah. Yeah. You do the control one, I think.
Something like that?
I think so. Let me go.
Not got a clue. Can never remember the freight ones. Johnny, I don't know what you're referring to on the Acela. Have you recorded it as a bug?
It's the other way round. So you need to have C. You need to have the right hand. There you go, like that. There's your parcels.
Rocketing along now. God, this is what they call it. ATC. They called it that on in these days, I think. Instead of the AWS version on the GWR pioneered. I think it was ATC, wasn't it?
I think it's something like that. Yeah. So ATC. Did you say ATC? Automatic train control. Yep, it was ATC.
Yeah. It's the early version of what became AWS.
As you can see, if you look in the cab, you can actually see the bell as well for the ATC.
This scenario is called TB Parcels from Paignton to Newton Abbot, Large Prairie. It's by Todd Burke.
There they are. Look.
Trains are open. How's our water urine? 0.78. Fire mass is coming back up.
Lovely. Yes, that's one thing we've got to say Happy New Year to everyone. That's a very good point.
Newton Abbot. Yeah, Newton Abbot. That was where we had to race to.
Yep.
The signal's off. Brakes released. Drains are open. Put the full forward on the cut-off.
There we go, and your signal, you got your distant as well. So all clear.
Distant as well. Gotta love the logic of putting the driver on the right hand side and the signal on the left.
Yeah.
GWR, you're wonderful.
Well, they did give something else for the firemen to do.
Okay, good to keep going.
It's a really nice little set that. And I love the bounce on the semaphore signals where they come up and they just go dunk 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 dunk.
Yeah,
dunk,
well
they do
animated.
real. Yeah. Oh, I think it's easy. I think that looks like a Grange. It's either a Grange or a Hall. It's a Grange.
Right, Newton Abbot up relief. Oh, just up ahead. See, now the signal's on the right hand side for me.
There you go.
Because
Even
consistency.
more. Yeah. Here's a confusing one. Look at the signals in front of you. Which one is yours? There you go. Look at that.
This bank is mine, and it's telling me I'm going off to the right, and that the distance, my next signal is on.
There we go.
But yeah, wow.
This is why you've got to know your signals. As the peer said, there's a nice tree of signals. Yeah, nice tree of signals.
There we are, pulled off to the right.
This is a nice station, Newton Abbot. you go, and there's your station staff waiting for you. This is Fassus has asked which route is this. This is Riviera in the 50s. It depicts the Rivieras, part of the Rivieras from in the era of the 1950s. So you've got steam sort of in the sort of just after the Great Western period, just after the war. So you'll have them in BR and weathered.
Right, uncouple the consist here at the platform. The vans go to various destinations and a shunter will sort them out. Your job here is done. Right, so we need to drop off the wagons and then we go off up to Hackney Yard Goods. Hopper there.
There we go.
Let's do that. Let's step out of the cab a minute. And that means now I need to be a G.
Yes, a single lamp in the
that
middle.
one, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right.
Right, go ahead to Hackney Yard up goods. You must not enter Hackney Yard with more than 15 miles per hour. You say so, my good friend. Trains are open, brakes are off. We're leaving the consist behind.
And there's your ATC. There you go, with the bell. There you go.
Nice, there it is.
Yeah.
Okay for water, okay for coal. Boiler pressure is not too bad.
Lovely.
Signal has cleared us into the yard.
Yep. With another few trees and signals.
And we're stopping just up here.
Go. That's why it has to be 15 miles an hour.
Tight corners.
Yeah. Working Geek plays it. Have I ever played Bus Simulator 18? I haven't actually, but something I do want to do some more different simulators. Have you, Matt?
Yeah, I've played all the bus simulators. I love bus simulators. I like all sorts of transport sims.
Yeah.
Inchia Butte.
There we go.
The drains as I would wish them to be found.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't do something again. I don't know. I don't care.
Oh dear. Here we go.
There you go. So that was Parcels from Paynton to Newton Abbot, large prairie version from Todd Burke on Workshop. And the other one was, if you just search for 2158, it's by Ragnarok with the Acela on the new Washington-Baltimore route. That was Workshop Wednesday for tonight, folks. I believe Sam and Natalie are driving tomorrow. Am I correct?
Yeah, they're on TSW2 with Canadian National Oakville Subdivision.
So yes, pop along tomorrow for Sam and Natalie driving on the Oakville Subdivision on TSW2. All right, folks, take care. Happy New Year, everybody. Good to see you all back. And we'll see you on the next stream. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. See you all. Bye.